Great. This is a big deal. Pretty exciting here, guys. I've been on vacation, really for a couple of weeks, due to the Masters golf tournament. I live where that takes place, and I actually had a golfer stay in our house this year while we went to Florida. But anyway, I'm back. I've got at least 5 different live streams coming that deal with candy, and they'll be here on Instagram. We're going to start off with a bang, though. This is the only one today, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, let's get in here. Now, this is something I've been waiting about 15 years for to get one of these. And today's the day. Yeah, so I feel like there's been sort of a curse on me in regards to Fleer candy boxes. This is one of 2 that I've been desperately looking for years, and I finally got one. I only paid $100. Now, there's something that's probably even more exciting about this when you see it. There's actually a newly discovered color of this candy container. So let me just get it out. Let me whip it out. Oh my God, there it is. I finally have, after all these years, finally, I have a Bubble Burger. What the hell? And it's a good one, man. It's actually a good example. There's wear on it, and it's, the perforations have been broken or whatever. There's also a gouge, but I can put that back down. But this is what it looks like. You probably remember these if you're thereabouts my age. Let's look on the back of these now. To date, Bubble Burgers, or to date, a lot of these Tops and Fleer boxes, what you do, unless they have a date on them, is you look on the back and you look at the other ads on the back. So Tops did this and Fleer did this, where on the back they're advertising other things they're selling. Now, Sugarloaf, for example, was not out the entire 70s, 80s, 90s run, nor was this particular Razzles. So I'm going to have to do a little backtrack, and I can come up with pretty much the exact year for sure for this Razzles alone. I know I actually own this Razzles. So anyway, that's how you would date this particular box variant. Now, Bubble Burger, there's stuff in here, guys, don't worry. And there's a newly discovered color that is completely different than anything I've ever seen. Not just with Bubble Burger, but with Fleer candy containers. And so I am leaning, I know people hate when I say this, but I'm leaning that this could even be possibly, I'm a little afraid to say it, a test market sort of situation, but we'll see. One more time, let's look at this box before we get in there. It shows a boy fixing to eat this big bubblegum burger. Very cool. 25 cents back in the day. All right, let's get in there. Wow. Do you see that? A gray one. Guys, and this thing is so mint. I've never actually held one of these that is so mint. God. I mean, you talking straight from the case. I've never seen one with this much definition in the embossing. But a gray has never been talked about, never been seen. You're looking at the first appearance of gray Bubble Burger. What a strange color. And as you can see, I have multiple ones. Oh, wait. Plot twist. This might have been spray painted. That's exactly what happened. These have been spray painted with what looks to be a gray primer. Oh, that's not good. Let's pull out these gray ones, though. And now the rest are Now, white isn't nothing to scoff at. I mean, white is actually a pretty, let's say scarce. Let me not get carried away and say rare, but it's pretty damn scarce for Bubble Burger. Let me just take them out. So, yeah, anyway, just then we finally got a box of Bubble Burger. And guys, I don't care about the gray. I got so many of these things. I cannot wait to fill this box up with these. That is one reason I wanted this thing, is I want to put my collection of Bubble Burgers in the actual display box. Let me set this phone down. It'll be easier. Yeah, that is kind of a bummer, though. I mean, for sure, it's a bummer. Something told me, I mean, obviously, I was very weirded out when I saw gray, because it doesn't make sense as a candy container to make anything gray per se. It's not a color that kids gravitate towards. Also, are these, I guess we could call these honey color. All these are empty. One thing with Bubble Burger you're always looking at is this hinge is super fragile. Now this is straight from a case, and already, I mean, you can just tell. I mean, this is brittle plastic. I personally don't have problems opening these. Like when I go to open these, I'm not like stressed out like I imagine some people are. But still, they definitely are very fragile things. Oftentimes, this whole C claps is completely gone, or one side is snapped off. So yeah, here it is. So yeah, a little bit of bummer. It's hard to be bummed at all. I mean, I only paid $100. I got a display box for Bubble Burger after 15 years or more. I think it's over 15 years. Anyway, I'm gonna set this phone down. We're gonna look at these. So in the case, it looks like they had 4 colors. Yeah, it looks like they came with the red. Yeah, clearly you can see it now. Yeah, so someone painted gray primer over these. I probably won't bother trying to get it off. Now, as far as what I said earlier about test market, that's just me, trying to speculate on what the fuck. Why is there anything gray in a Fleer box? Now, there are silver. Fleer did make those silver ghetto boxes. The name of them escapes me. I see them all the time though. They're not this gray. But anyway, I might try to get this off. I want to test one of these. Let me find the worst one. I mean, obviously, it's already flaking off. It's not even a big deal. Now, I mean, red though. Red is kind of a sort of scare. It's sort of semi-rare, I guess. But the green ones, everyone has those. But very cool. So guys, just in, we got a, I don't know, is this, let's see, how many came in here? 24, right? Yeah, 24 originally. So, what's that, 10? This came with 19. So it came with 19 containers. Now I have a ton of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I don't know when it is. It's going to be in a day or two. And I'm going to do a Bubble Burger live stream, okay? And I'll post it on there before I go live. Bubble Burger live stream. I'm going to pull out all my Bubble Burgers. And what I'm talking about these candy containers from the 80s and 90s. Did I forget to say that? So if you didn't know, these were made to look like hamburger containers. You remember back in the day going to, getting a Big Mac. They came in things that looked like this when we were kids. I guess they still sort of do. I mean, I literally had a Big Mac yesterday, and it came in a clamshell container. I did not save it, obviously. But anyway, Burger King also has something like this. Anyway, so that's what these are. But they came with a burger inside that's made out of pure bubble gum. You might remember these. And this is the kind of stuff I collect. So yeah, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a Bubble Burger live stream. Guys, if you're just joining me, I thought these were going to be some rare gray variant. It sounds stupid now that I'm saying it. But all it was is someone spray painted on top of some green ones and some just red ones. So it's not even a big deal. I don't really care. Yeah, I've got so many of these, and I'll come back and I'll show you basically my archive of Bubble Burger. But the big news is finally got that damn display box in. It took me so long to find one. Just got to be patient, right? You never know when it's your day. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I got a bunch more videos coming in. Got some a rare candy lot. Also have another rare candy display. It's not going to be as it's not as well. Actually, I'm sorry, I got two. Yeah, one is from the 80s, but one is also from the 2000s. But it's extremely scarce. I want to save that and put it in a different video. Let's let this be its own little video. Let's not forget those little guys. I don't know what to do with those. And guys, see you next time. Russ Fan out. Wow, Bubble Burger. So cool.